Hello, my amazing people. How you guys doing today? It's good to be in your midst as usual. Okay, please don't mind my voice. My voice is a bit somehow because I'm still very much under the weather. Okay, but I just have to bring this story to you as it's coming out. Okay, so the story coming out of Ooni of Ife's palace at this time is the one that will interest you because it's a bit intriguing and a bit well, should I say funny? You will be the judge at the end of the day anyway. So, one of Ooni of Ife's new Olori to be is rumored to have shocked Ooni of Ife with surprise pullout. Okay? One of Ooni of Ife's new Oloris to be, like he announced, to us some time ago, is alleged to have pulled out of the marriage plans. Okay? So, this is what is coming out at this time, claiming that, in our words, I cannot live with the wild. This is too harsh to use. Okay, I cannot live with the wild dash dash dash. You know, she was alleged to have complained. She's referring to the Oloris in the palace as wild dash dash dash. Okay, claiming that she cannot live with them. Okay, she was rumored to have made this startling revelation just after having that first-hand interface with them, courtesy of the 50th Golden Jubilee, which she was privileged to have attended. You recall that Ooni of Ife, from what we later gathered, actually invited all the, not all, some of the virgins and some of the new Oloris to that event. We were able told that some were available for as long as a day, 2 or 3, witnessing, helping out here and there. Okay, so apparently Ooni of Ife had invited some of the virgins and Oloris for the occasion, like I have just said. So, and it was initially alleged that Kabiyesi would go ahead to announce one or two of them, during the event, but that never happened. Yours sincerely was actually on the lookout throughout the event to see who and who is going to be announced. Reporters be rife in the social media with names of people. We also reported some few names, and they were all based on the rumor that was trending in the social media at that time. Okay, so having spent some time with the Oloris closely observing their individual idiosyncrasies, coupled with the news making the rounds already in the social media about some of them, it was said that this particular version chickened out, fearing out for her young life with this wild dash dash dash, as she was rumored to have described them. I don't want to use the exact word that we heard because I mean that would be too disparaging. But it's like somebody complained that she will not be. She will not be safe in the middle of people which she thinks can even devour her. That is it. So apparently, she's considering her naivety and inexperience, being so young. Okay, she's said to be in her very early 20s. She's rumored to have made her decision known to her family, who in turn are in serious dilemma on how best to handle this situation that could potentially devastate our dear KBAC. Wow, wow. The Vengeance family are rumored to be particularly disturbed about her abrupt decision and the timing too, because she has been betrothed to the KBAC with both families fully consummating the sealing of the agreement long ago. Okay, I'm sure a lot of you know that at this level of KBAC, and even in some traditions in Nigeria, that a young lady is usually betrothed to them, several years before the marriage is actually consummated. Okay, so it is looking like this is what happened in this case. Okay, so so this presents yet another unsettling and unprecedented quagmire for her family and Ooni of Ife's palace to deal with. How they will settle this and how they will settle this is another interesting scenario that we all must follow. Okay, and I can tell you that yours sincerely will follow this through and report back to you guys. Kabiesi is undoubtedly a good man. Don't get me wrong. Okay, I've always reported this that Kabiesi is a very good man from the reports we get. Okay, but to the extent of his dealings with maybe Queen Naomi and some other people in the past, but I think generally he's a good man. Okay, that is what the reports are saying. So it's not because of Kabiesi that this decision is being taken right now. It is not because of him. Okay. But however, it is rumored that some of his decision making, and his women, okay, will be his Achilles heels. Where KBC is said to be at his vulnerable best. Okay, I think what people are saying, or what the rumor mill is saying, is that Ooni of Ife is actually a good man. Okay, but that his biggest Achilles heel or weakness, if you want to put it that way, is the fact that when it comes to issues that have to do with women, his decision making may not be too right. I mean, that is what it is being alleged right now. Okay, but the truth of the matter is that I think no one is infallible. Yours sincerely that I'm speaking with you right now, I have my many weaknesses, which some I may know, some I may not know. Okay. So the thing is, no one is perfect. So Oni of Ife is not an exception to this. Okay. So he's a good man, generally, for what everyone can attest to. But again, when it comes to women issues, especially as it has been with Queen Naomi, I mean, he leaves much to be desired. So I think, just like every other person, this is where he's at his vulnerable best. So KBC is not the challenge here, like I said, but it's harem of women. Okay, so but the question now is, which of them could this version be referring to? Could it be one Olori? Could it be two? Could it be the three? At the five, six of them? Nobody knows. Okay, nobody knows because like we said, I think the Olori must have spent a day or two with these senior Oloris, and during the interface she must have had with one or two of them, maybe she now was able to confirm some of the stories she would have heard, before even setting foot to the palace. A lot of these stories are out there in the social media, which I'm sure she must have heard. But having gone there and spent a day or two and physically witnessing some of the idiosyncrasies of these older Oloris, maybe that is what has now completely made her have this turnaround. Okay, but can we actually blame this young virgin for being so frightened, having been in the midst of the glories firsthand? I don't think so. We all have our individual likes and dislikes. Possibly, based on what she has heard all over the social media, she thought, okay, maybe this is some media creation or something. But having gone there now and seen things for herself, I think she's better. She's in a better position to decide if she could manage the situation or not. Could she be thinking about Queen Naomi's unpalatable experience, which still reverberates across the length and breadth of Nigeria to date? Exactly. Don't forget that the story of Queen Naomi is a story that is out there in the open. I mean, there's no one who's claimed to be a stranger to the ordeal that Queen Naomi went through during her stay at the palace. So I'm not entirely putting the blame on one person. A lot of factors were involved. Which culminated to a final exit from that palace. Okay, I think some of you know this story better than I do, so I'm just going to leave it there. So we are asking now that, having gone to the palace and spent 1 or 2 days with the older Oloris, and haven't heard what must have transpired with Queen Naomi, could it be that she's now advising and said that, look, make I just take over now? We don't know. Okay, who knows? Perhaps she's asking herself, if Queen Naomi went through all that when there was no senior Olori, what are her chances to survive now that she's going there to meet Oloris who are all her seniors, who have matured in life, and who are tough in the matters that have to do with Ooni of Ife's palace. So maybe she's asking herself, will she survive this? Okay? So the question is, I always say I don't live in the palace with Ooni of Ife. I don't live in Ileife. I'm not even related to these people. But this is what we heard at this time. And because of the seriousness of the story, even though, like we always say, it is within the realm of permutations, it's within the realm of speculation, it is just an alleged story. And it is a rumored story. Okay, but this is what we are hearing. And we thought it wise to bring it to your doorstep. So what do you think? of this story that is emerging right now. Please kindly leave your comments in the comment section. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.